I'm a huge fan of the hero's journey. So that's what I'm going to talk about right now as a writing tip for those of you who also like the hero's journey or are thinking about story structure and aren't really necessarily sure what that might look like. I teach the hero's journey, and I'm a big fan of it because I feel like it really speaks to the human experience, and it's very clear to understand how a character throughout the story ends up becoming a hero. So we have somebody that begins in the ordinary world. This is where they are before the story starts. If you look at a 200-page book, just as an example, your ordinary world is going to be about 50 pages. It's about a quarter of the story. And if you look at an hour, or let's look at a 2-hour movie, it's about 30 minutes. If you look at an hour and a half movie, it's about 20 minutes. So it's a quarter of the entire thing that is your ordinary world. And at the end of that ordinary world, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 50 pages, we have your character crossing the threshold into a new world. There's been a refusal of the call. There's been a call to adventure, then a refusal of the call. And then they cross the threshold into this new world. And there they are on a road of trials. And they face obstacles, they form allies, and they face enemies. And this is the bulk of your story. So if you're looking at that 200-page book, that's the next 100 pages. If you're looking at a 2-hour movie, it's the next hour and maybe 15 minutes. If you're looking at an hour and a half, it's the next 45 to 60 minutes. It's the bulk of your story. And this is where the power of 3 often comes in, but that's another topic. This is where the hero faces the obstacles that allow him or her, they to be called a hero in the end. They've earned their stripes at the end of this adventure, this part of the story. They get to what's called the central ordeal. And this, in the 3-act structures, you're still in Act 2. And this is kind of like a psych moment because we're kind of tricked or lured into thinking that this is the big moment. And so is the hero, believing that they've done it. They have completed their journey, only to find out on the road back that, nope, psych, that wasn't it. There's still a bigger obstacle to come. And this is the end of Act 2, where we hit the climax, or in the hero's journey, it's the resurrection. And it's called the resurrection because the hero goes from being an ordinary person to a hero. They're resurrected as a hero. They fight the big battle. They have the return with the elixir where they have succeeded, and that's it. They're the master of 2 worlds, hero and the person that they were before.